Pragmatic Eco-utopia creation. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 661.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and non-profit business creation, society, and true earth stewardship.
Welcome back to another episode of One Community's Weekly Progress Update. My name is Jay, and this is our November 17th, 2025 edition. Today's topic, Pragmatic Eco-utopia creation. And everything you see happening in the background of this video are the foundations and components of the Pragmatic Eco-utopia creation that we envision. And the reason why we call it pragmatic is because our approach to eco-utopia creation is to build it on DIY, open source plans, tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions for all aspects of the sustainable living experience, because we feel that all the different components of sustainability, when combined together to create a completely sustainable living model, is the pathway to global sustainability. Because a model like this, with all of these different areas combined, will provide a way of living that we are confident most people will consider to be far better than the way that they're living right now. And it includes the physical foundations of sustainability, as well as the emotional foundations of sustainability to create that way of living that most people consider to be better. Physical foundations of sustainability, everybody's familiar with. They're food, energy, and housing. The emotional foundations of sustainability that we are focused on are what we like to call highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. And by putting all these different things together in one place, we are creating one community as a teacher demonstration community, which will grow to a village, eventually to a city, and will function as an ongoing sustainability hub, creating more and more open source tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions for all aspects of these areas as we continue to improve them, make them even more sustainable, evolve and develop them even further. And so our goal is to provide something for everyone with this. So we're developing this as a combined model that will be a teacher demonstration, community, village, city, and then hub or ongoing hub, designed to teach other people how to replicate the complete model, but also how to replicate all the individual components. And within each of the individual components, everything that we're designing is designed so it can be replicated as its own component as well. So for people that aren't interested in creating a complete eco-village, growing it into a city, you might just be interested in growing something you can't buy at the grocery store because it doesn't have a shelf life that's long enough for that food to be in grocery stores, or maybe you just want to know that you're eating the freshest, most nutritious food possible, and you want to be sure that it doesn't have any pesticides, herbicides, or fungicides sprayed on it. Perhaps you're interested in a home that you want to be sure is built without any carcinogenic and toxic materials, or that you'd like to have be more artistic and beautiful than traditional homes, or that you'd like to last longer than traditional homes. Well, earth-bag construction is a great example of that. Perhaps you're interested in running a home-based education program that is built off of the most revolutionary educational models in the world, all combined together into one education program. And you'd like to have either a home-based or community-based education program because you'd like your kids to have a better education, you'd like to be hands-on with that. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe you would like help starting a resource-based economy with something like a tool library or some other version of a sharing-based economy, so that you and the people that you care about or the people you'd like to collaborate and work with most can have more affordable access to the things that you're interested in and using without having to individually own and maintain those things, as an example. So we're taking all these different areas and creating the open source tools, resources, and plans as a pathway to pragmatic eco-utopia creation, because we see this planet as one that could be moved to a sustainable one if a better way is demonstrated that is capable of making the current capitalism, competition-based model obsolete, because a better way has been shown. And so we're about collaboration, we're about contributionism, we're about working together to demonstrate that in cooperation and collaboration, in working with each other, we can achieve more than competing with each other, and creating this foundation of food, energy, housing, but also this social architecture, recreation, all these social foundations, highest good approach to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship, putting all these together because the model as a whole completely meets the needs of everybody participating within a model, such that they can continue to create open source, free share, and create even more open source plans to help even more people to be able to access the resources and the knowledge that they need to create and replicate all the different individual components, or to create the complete teacher demonstration community, village, city, or hub, so we can have a global cooperative, a global collaborative of people working together in these different teacher demonstration communities, villages, and cities and hubs to create even more. Ultimately, reaching that tipping point of participation such that we can say that we have achieved a sustainable civilization. And this is for the highest good of all people in life on this planet. Because right now, the way that we're living, anybody that's paying attention objectively is not, by definition, is not sustainable. Which means, by definition, we cannot continue to do what it is that we're doing right now. And so our organization is a group of people that's brought together over 2,000 volunteers to work and create these solutions, putting in hundreds of thousands of hours of research, design, development for all these different areas to create a clear pathway and a clear set of super improved food, energy, housing, social architecture and recreation, education, economic model systems that can be implemented as either the individual components or as the complete model in a teacher demonstration hub to show people another way. And we're trailblazing a path to global change with this model, because we want to bring together the people with shared ideas and values and interests with us as part of one community, to live at one community, to supercharge this whole process and accelerate it even more, so that we can create even more open source tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions, all these easy to follow free shared plans, so that people have more and more to access and more solutions, and so that we can test everything that we've been doing, all this research and design, as we create it and build it and update everything that's on the website to complete the plans, so that all aspects of this idea of pragmatic utopia creation that we're putting together have finished plans with finished purchase orders and video tutorials for everything that we have, that we've done all this research on, and going through the process and identifying, all the things that we don't know, we might have missed, all the, and crossing our T's and dotting our I's and making sure that the reports are as complete as they can possibly be, by adding in all the video content and all of our experience going through the complete building process, going through the complete permitting process, all of that, the complete process of purchasing all of our materials and all of our equipment, testing it out on site. We've already done the research to identify the most sustainable companies and the most sustainable products in a lot of these different categories, but continuing to do that for the complete human experience, so that we can be a source of objectively identifying what are the best products and companies and approaches to living that we can identify in the world, and having really clear, and you can already look at our website if you want to see this, for flooring, insulation, light bulbs, toilets, urinals, hand dryers, shower heads, all this different stuff that we've researched already, paints, primers, adhesives. And we want to continue to do this process for everything, and we objectively identify why we think it's the best, so that other people can look at that and make their own decisions on whether or not we were right, and then be able to make different choices, or create their own analysis based on our research with maybe different criteria if that's what they're interested in. So this is how one community is approaching the process of pragmatic eco-utopia creation. Everybody's invited to participate. If you'd like to participate, get involved, visit our helping page. That's the easiest way to see all the different ways. Like and subscribe. Visit our website if you would like to subscribe to our newsletter and get a weekly dose of positivity like this in your inbox. Like and subscribe to all of our social media networks. If you like, the easiest way to support us ever is just like and subscribe to this video or join us on social media. Help us share all of our work on social media. If you'd like to help us get the word out, especially nowadays with AI, our search ranking is great, but people aren't really searching the same way. So helping share through social media is a great way to assist us. And if you'd like to see exactly what our all-volunteer team has accomplished within the last week, you can visit our written blog. If you'd like to see all the open source tools, tutorials, resources, and do-it-yourself instructions for all of the things that we have created, you can visit our website. And of course, if you'd like to stick around for just another couple minutes, you will help out our algorithm while simultaneously seeing exactly like bullet points for all the different major components of our project and what it is that we're designing and creating. And this is our path. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing pragmatic eco-utopia creation. Everybody's invited to participate. And until next week, we of course keep on keeping on. Thank you for following our progress.
The one community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free shared and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.